assigned to a desk. And so I became a chairborne ranger, typing orders, sending everybody off to war. People laughing at me and so on. I said, keep on laughing. That's where you're going to go next. So, payback. Payback. Any other questions?
How was the training?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What was like your training before you guys went?
At some time, the CIA built a camp, a POW camp, because you have satellites that know where everybody's at. So they built an exact replica, full size. So we trained for that. You are going to go in. The whole mission was to take 20 minutes. Because you're not in there to play. As I mentioned, when you're in combat, you're not there playing. It's not the movies where you see 5 minutes of fight and so forth. You can go in there for 3 or 4 hours. As I mentioned, we're in a firefight for 8 hours, and others not there. But everybody has to work on a schedule. The longer you wait, this is when casualty comes in. So you get intense training on what you need to do. So that's why they pick. You're handpicked to do this. You can do this. You're going to blow this, and that's all you're going to do. And then you cover. Others are going to go in. That's all they're going to do. Others, the medics are going to go in right behind you to take everybody out. So everybody has a specific mission, and you don't do anything else unless you have to. And then chances are you throw everything off the record. But intense training. Special ops training, Green Beret training is extremely hard. The physical it's a given. You're going to go through a lot of physical, just like the SEALs and things of this nature. So if you're not prepared to do that, you don't belong there, because they will test you. The main thing of all that is psychological, because you have to be prepared for the unexpected, and that means anything. I was mentioning that during the training, for special ops training, as I mentioned, the physical is a given. The psychological is where you have to go in there. They give you a little bunny rabbit, baby bunny rabbit, real cute, fluffy, at the beginning. Then you feed it, you clothe it, or not clothe it, but you keep it warm when it's cold, so forth. You make sure it's growing, it's healthy. Then when you complete your training, you're at regimental class, and remember, this is old school. You go in there and says, gentlemen, okay, now it's time to eat. So guess what you're going to eat? And you're going to not bend the hat, not do it a quick death, a slow death. Get your knife and you slowly carve it out. Now, how many of you think passed that test? Well, outside of me. We had Marine Corps recon, no offense. British, also SEALs, they couldn't do it. Reason SEALs wanted to join the Green Berets was because SEALs do tours of 4-month tours. Back then, and up until now, Green Berets do 1-year tours. Right. But that happened. And you did that because sometimes in combat you have to do the unexpected. You might have to kill to accomplish the mission. So that is what normally throws everybody off. And as I mentioned, we had Marine Recon, which are pretty well trained themselves. You got to remember that back then, we're still talking Vietnam, is that the only thing that meant something to us was if you picked up a dog, that reminded us of home. So you take care of that. You were close. Now when we come back, you deal with it. They give you something. You try to nurture it. Now the next thing you know, you got to kill it. No, it doesn't happen. And a lot of them fail. But like I said, a lot of it is psychological. So whenever you join, if you ever do join, and I understand the Marine Corps is going to have their own special operations unit, you're going to go through that. Once you go through airborne school and so forth. So it's a trip. Yes. Anything else? Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
I retired out of Special Forces. So altogether 20 years. Joined in 69, and by the grace of God, I came out of there in 89. I came out as a master sergeant. It could have been more, but I was on the desk. So once you can't jump, promotions are out the way. So I was a fast mover. I could have been. My son is, as I mentioned, got promoted to sergeant major. So now he's a ranking man. I gotta say sergeant major to him now. You would believe that. But yeah, I spent a lot of my years in there. Good. There were some good times, as well. Bad times. A lot of, as I mentioned, I met a lot of men, women that I'm very proud to know. The community itself is so much. Now, you got to remember, 89 is a different army, different corps, and so forth. Now, as I understand, there's so many different things going on with the United States Army and the entire branches that sometimes it makes you think going in. But if you join a special ops unit, you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference.